That is correct. My name is Dr. Agustin Lucas Reyes, born in Corpus Christi, Texas. I live and reside in Dallas, Texas. I'm a pastor of the oldest Hispanic Baptist church in Dallas, Primera Iglesia Bautista Hispana, which I'm sure has some people who are undocumented and some that are documented. I also serve as the chairman of the Hispanic Education Initiative for the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference, which is 35,000 Hispanic evangelical churches across the country, representing about 20 million people. I am employed by the Texas Baptist Convention and am the person that gives leadership to the Hispanic Education Initiative, focusing on the dropout problem that we have in Texas. And so I want to thank you, Representative Cook, for what appears to be a very fair and just approach in your leadership tonight. It's just been impressive to see how you maintain that balance. Thank you for that. Did want to tell you also that I'm a Texan. I actually went to UT in Austin. I am documented, was born here in Corpus Christi, and went to UT in Austin, got a degree in marketing, and went to get an MBA and followed up with additional degrees with a PhD in education. I say that because I want to represent a different group that I've heard tonight. I am speaking against the SB 9 and HB 9 as well, all the nines. But I want you to know I have 3 children who were born here in Texas. And I have 9 aunts and uncles on my dad's side and 10 on my mother's side, all born here, American citizens. And within our family structure, that's a lot of cousins. Within our family structure, we have family members who have married Native Americans, African Americans who have married Texicans, who have married Anglos. We have somebody in our family who's married to somebody from Thailand, somebody from England, and we just have a real spread out family. What I want to say to you about that is that the perception of these bills on the street right now is that these people who are, and we have a lot of family members who are dark complected, become vulnerable to being stopped because they are maybe riding with someone who's undocumented or might be perceived to be undocumented, or they're just American citizens and they happen to be dark complected, and there is a perception, a very strong perception in the marketplace that an American citizen who this might not apply toward will be stopped. And I just confess to you, I have a son named Samuel and one named Gus, and they just don't like to carry stuff with them. They probably don't have their license with them, and they don't have other documents. They probably have some money that comes out of my pocket occasionally, but they do not carry papers with them. And there are many times that I might just have a driver's license with me, but I've just not been forced as an American citizen to have to carry any kind of identification except maybe when I leave the country. I say that to say that there's a strong market perception, regardless of having read the document. I've read I've read both of the nines, and I'm trying to understand what all they say. I just want to let you know that the marketplace on the street, people have this perception that a law is being put into place that would make vulnerable Hispanic people, regardless of who they are, legal or illegal alike. All the relatives that I mentioned to you earlier are voting Americans. Many are Hispanic, Representative Gill. Many are Hispanic, but many are not Hispanic who vote. And so while it may look like we have an abysmal group who votes, there's a lot of people who care for us that are not Hispanic themselves. Lastly, I just want to encourage you. I want to let you know, I did mention earlier I was a pastor. I just want to let you know that my church, there's not a week that goes by that we don't pray for you folks here in Austin to bring wisdom to this issue and to help us. Thank you for what you do. Well, it's weekly, brother. It's weekly. Thank you, sir.
That's the best thing I've heard all night.
Thank you
Very much for that.